Today, what are we talking about today?
So we're talking about strikes in the city.
Do you know in the UK, your life is like secular. You work, pay bills, you must do this, and the bills are paid monthly. In Nigeria, you can owe rent for 2 years.
Inflation is insane. Like, you're not even able to afford basic things. Like your electricity, gas bill has almost tripled in price right now.
Yo, I have to move out of London.
Yeah.
That was what she told me. She said, I can't do this anymore.
You can't afford it.
She said, no. She said, I have to move out. And I don't even blame her. When you have just a room and you're paying about £750 every 3 weeks, that's insane.
People are married, they become dependent and come to UK.
There are old women in the markets that they don't speak English. They don't understand anything else but Yoruba, right? And they're in Lagos. How will this new governor be able to relate with them?
You know, Davido is not someone that's boring. He's very, very spontaneous.
Oh my God,
it's everywhere. It's just, Davido is just, you get what I mean? So, like, I want that. I really. When you have just a room and you're paying about £750 every 3 weeks, that's insane.
I saw that someone posted that muddy water was coming out of their tap.
Oh, that's in Lekki. That was in Lekki. So, it's normal. No, forget about it.
No, it's not normal. It's not normal.
I went to African shop yesterday. I'll be this weekend to go and buy African food.
You are still going to African shop.
Davido is just.
This is where Lagos meets London. Where Peckham boys chilling in Sapa London. As Muritala Mohammed, Heathrow is where London Bridge links Third Milan Bridge via Coast. This is where Lagos meets London.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lagos Meets London. And guess who's back in the studio with us?
Shay Peps with the vibes.
Hi guys. I'm so happy to be back. Hope you guys didn't miss me too much.
We did.
Yeah, no, I didn't really miss her, you know.
So can you just keep your opinion to yourself? You don't need that right
now. So on today's episode, you've got myself, Miss Alice, and then
it's our day.
And it's still your boy OJ. If you don't know, get to know.
And it's a girl, Shay Peps.
If you want the good, the bad, the juicy of both worlds, this is a podcast for you.
Woo, Lagos Meets London.
Wahala.
Okay, guys. Today, what are we talking about today?
So we're talking about strikes in the city, and obviously, like, there's been strikes going on for the past, I'll say, 3-4 months, consistently all over the UK. I'm just going to read something out so people have an idea of what I'm talking about. So the strikes that have been going on. Number one, we have the train strikes.
Yeah.
We have the TfL, that's Transport for London, which would mostly concern us that were living in London.
Yeah.
So we have the overground and the underground.
Yeah.
Then we have bus strikes.
Yeah.
Then we have nurses strikes.
Yeah.
We have the junior doctors that recently striked for 72 hours.
Yeah.
We have ambulance workers strikes. They striked before and they're planning on having another strike. And then there's school teacher strike that happened, I think, on this
week.
15th or 16th.
Week,
either one of them.
And it happened previously as well.
Oh, it happened before.
Yeah.
And there's the university staff strikes. That's teaching and non-teaching staff. And there's the driving examiners strikes. For people that don't know, like, probably our listeners in Lagos. So here in the UK, when you're about to get a driver's license, you go to a driving school. You learn how to drive. When your instructor says, okay, yes, you're ready to drive amongst people.
I'm pretty sure they're driving schools everywhere in the world.
Yeah, but I'm just like building up. There are driving schools in Lagos, but in Lagos it is, you go to driving school, you learn, you go to secretariat, you apply, they give you a license. No one vets whether you're actually good enough to drive. No one vets it in Lagos.
Right.
So yeah, in the UK, you go to driving school. When you're ready to drive, you go to, when you register for a test, first you do your oral test and then you do the theory. So the theory is where the driving examiners come in. So they're the ones that will sit.
No, that's the practical.
Yeah, you do
the
theory.
The practical.
The theory is the one you do the test and stuff,
Multiple
and then your practical
questions,
is when you actually have an examiner next to you in the car and you do your test.
Yeah, so that's the job of the examiner, basically, for them to say, okay, yes, you can drive now, you can get a license. So they're going on strike. And then airport workers strike.
Oh yeah.
And then we've got the passport office workers' strike. They're planning a strike 5 weeks in the peak of summer.
Wow. Oh my God.
And then the civil servants, that's the border patrol staff. Like when you come into the UK, wherever you're coming from, by sea or the airport, people that would attend to you, check your passport, check your visas and everything when you come into the UK. And then the last one that I was able to is the postal workers. They strike, I think, was it December
last
year.
Yeah.
So going back to the passport office workers strike, the one that, so what happened was during the pandemic, when there was lockdown, people were not, a lot of passports then, the number was like 2.5 million, they were about to expire. So because obviously there's a pandemic, nobody knew what the world was going to become. So people just didn't bother renewing it. But now that there's some sort of normality, people are starting to travel, so they want their passports renewed. And now I think some people are having to wait up to 16 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
backlog,
so those are the strikes. How would you say, for me personally, I would say it is the transport strikes that have affected me the most. That's the ones that eat.
Same here too.
What? So does anyone have any personal, like, how did it affect everyone personally?
For me, I'll say that the transportation actually affected me a lot because I do like 2 jobs, and the first one I do like is in Wheaton. And anytime
is in where? Pardon me.
Wheaton.
Oh, okay.
And anytime like there's strike, I can't even go because literally I can't go through I'll have to use the DLR and then still use bus, and then from bus use another bus, and taking like about over like almost 4 hours to get to work for 8 o'clock.
And how long does it usually take you without the strike?
Like without the strike, 1 hour 30 minutes. So it's
insane.
It's so annoying. So I can't come. I have to cancel my shift for the entire time that we have like there's a train strike ticket, and I'm losing money. But I don't think nobody will definitely know, because if I don't tell people that, look, this is what's going on. Do you get? And also like recently, because I also work in like a school. I'm like a supervisor at school. So, and now that you had this strike this week, I couldn't go to school for like 2 days because of the teacher strike. They're like, don't come to school. There's no need for you to get there. Do you get? So all these things, like, people don't see that, look, I'm losing money. Like 2 days I didn't go to school, I've lost money. Do you get?
Yeah.
So all these things, like, you're losing money at the expense of even your time, everything. Like, you have to like plan your day around. If I don't have a backup, it's gonna follow me. Do you get? So to be honest, I feel like a lot of things happening in this London. I'm just like, I'm actually tired. It's not even London, like all over the UK. I feel like a lot of people are, the money that we're getting paid is not like, it's not
meeting up with the expenses and the bills are waiting for you.
Because even if you miss work for 1 week, your bill is gonna still be there. At the end of the month, if you say bring your rent, you have to bring the rent. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, it's a lot, to be honest. I don't even know what can be done, but it's just too much, to be honest.
Hi guys, Tony here. I just want to say a very big thank you to you guys for getting us to 100 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It's time for Project 2.0, guys. Please get us to 200 subscribers by liking, subscribing, and sharing our videos as well. We really appreciate you guys and want to say a very big thank you. Lagos meets London, you know the vibe.
So I personally, I think, was it on Wednesday? So like, if I'm going to start work by 9, I leave home 7:30 because I work in the West and I live in South East. So basically, I just have to travel an hour, 20 minutes, and I'm at work. But that day, like, usually I do check it, but that day I was like, oh no, I just wanted to go to work, you know. And funny enough, the DLR was working. So I was like, yeah, everything is calm. So that day, I didn't even wake up early. So I didn't even leave home 7:30. I left home 7:45. So I quickly got the bus, and I got to Wole, I got DLR, I got to Canning Town. There was no Jubilee line. There was no underground. I was like, crossover. Hell, what's going on? And then I was just waiting there for announcement, checking Google Map. I was like, this is almost past 8, like almost 8:30, and I'm to get to work by 9. I was like, okay, what do I do next? I need to call my line manager and inform them I'll be running late because of the transport. I rang my line manager, I wasn't picking. I was like, okay.
Wahala.
At this point, anything that's going to happen, whatever happens. So I stayed in the court for like half an hour before. Okay, finally, I got a DLR going to Custom House so I could jump on the Queen Elizabeth line. So I did get that. then from there to Paddington.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got to Paddington, hoping I would probably just get a bus down to work. Guess what? So I got to Paddington, I got to the bus station, and the bus was apparently delayed for 32 minutes.
Yo, so this is how it trickles down. When there's like a rail strike, London becomes like Lagos.
Yeah.
At peak
Honestly.
period.
It becomes a shit show, basically.
It becomes like Lagos, like very, very. Well, you know, Lagos are peak periods, like when people are going on from work. It becomes the same thing exactly. There will be loads of traffic on the road, so hence buses are gonna be delayed. And when the bus comes, there will be a lot of people entering the buses. So it just looks like a carbon copy of Lagos.
Yeah.
So.
But what I feel this is highlighted is that strike or no strike, always plan your journey ahead, you know, always make sure you give yourself enough time to plan. But like this strike itself, which way, like what do we see is going to be the change? What exactly is going to happen? Because they've been striking for a while now, and I feel like it's going to keep happening.
Since last year.
So what happens is with the government, they are saying, They've given, well, if most of the strikes, all the strikes are mostly because
pay
of
rise.
Pay rise. They want pay rise because inflation has risen so much, and it's not sustainable to live. And another thing they strike about, like they try to go on strike about, is pension. In the UK, there's something called a pension scheme, where say you're putting like £60 or I don't know how much a month into your pension. Your employer is going to put in maybe £40, and then the government puts in another £40. So that money the government puts in and your employer, the government is unable to afford it anymore. So they are saying they are not paying it, and people are saying, okay, now there's so much inflation. I'm literally spending all of my money. I'm not saving for the end of like when I grow older, and you want to take that pension scheme away. So what do you expect me to depend on when I grow older? But this government, like Rishi Sunak, because what people say is because he's born with a silver spoon, so he doesn't really understand the struggle. But him saying that, I still understand it coming from the other side to say there's no money. If we're going to pay you guys more money, we have to borrow. So we're saying to people, just endure for now, and then maybe after 2 or 3 years things will be better.
2 or 3 years.
But they can't keep borrowing. If they keep borrowing, it's just going to, like, the UK will be in debt,
more issues,
and who's going to pay the debt? It still has to come back to the people to pay the debt.
But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that before the whole Brexit thing, we're doing good? Because I feel like it's different after Brexit. Everything turned upside down, and I feel like everything is now going like south. And I don't even know where we're going to find the balance, because I feel like that thing has affected UK a lot, and the economy is like it's not like it's going down the hill. Because if you feel like you're getting everything from outside the country, you don't have anything that you guys are doing in here.
Yeah.
So why are you going to like break out from where you're getting the source of everything from?
The resources.
Because now even Sainsbury's, Tesco, everybody, like, no eggs.
Yeah. I went to 4 stores. I didn't get any eggs. I didn't get any eggs.
Even now, before you can buy food, they say 2 per person.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like, if you don't have enough resources for all these things, like, exactly why did you break up from where you're getting the sources?
But Shay, I don't think it's just the Brexit only. I think, like, the time they left was also the time COVID started. Yeah. So COVID made everything worse. I won't even lie. And like, the UK government gave a lot of what's it called? Palliatives and funds during this period. And these were money that were coming out of somewhere, definitely. Yeah. And now everything is going like down the hill, and they can't even get money from anywhere. Yeah. And it's just which actually brought us to the level of the cost of living right now.
Exactly.
We don't have good advisors in the UK.
I'm sure we do, but I just feel like they don't consider it from all parts, like all angle, because in their mind during Brexit, all they were thinking is we want to be able to control the economy. We don't want to be part of this. Yeah. However, they didn't think of the other side where, majority of the workforce in the UK is by Europeans, like, and it's going to keep happening. The ripple effect will keep happening until something has to give, I think. And honestly, we need to just figure out what will happen. happen.
Because if you check every office in the UK, you find like most of them are not even like British people. They are mostly from outside, like outsourced from outside. They're from from a different country entirely. And you guys don't have enough workforce. People are leaving the UK because there's not enough money. There's no good pay. There's nothing working. Yeah. Exactly. So, and then you're telling people to come into the country, come and enter again and continue suffering.
Yeah. I don't want us to come away from the topic of strikes because I don't think Brexit and strike, I don't think they are simultaneously linked. However, I do understand that Brexit amplified the reason for strikes.
Definitely.
Really amplified the need for strike because it's like, you're not paying us enough. But let's now look at strike actions in London versus Lagos. Yeah. What's the difference?
I think in Lagos, for me, it's going to be the school strikes. That's the one that's always
the majority that affects everyone.
Because there's not really transport strikes, all those things.
Because transport doesn't work.
There's always Okada, there's always Mara, there's always...
The thing is, with transport in Lagos, because it's not owned by the government, essentially. It's a direct channel. Whatever money they are making, it goes to them directly. So if you don't work, you don't eat. So it's simple. With strikes, the contrasting thing about strikes in, let's say in Nigeria and strikes in the UK is one thing is people that work in public sector. I don't know how they do it in Nigeria. They can go 6, 7, 8 months. They don't pay them, and they will continue going to work.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
That's insanity. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Insanity.
I don't know how it runs. Some people will say they haven't paid me in 14 months.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes. 2 years. They've not paid them.
How does that run?
And they still go to work every day.
Go to work, bro.
So what do they use to go to work? What do they feed on?
I don't understand what they...
See, Nigeria is different in a way that, like, even if you might not work for 2 years, but you are actually not, like, you are good. Like, you are like living, you're living like, not moderately, if you get what I mean. But just like in the UK, your life is like secular. You work, pay bills, you must do this, and the bills are paid monthly. In Nigeria, you can owe rent for 2 years. Let's be realistic about this. Let's actually be realistic. That's the truth. You can if you explain to your landlord that, they never pay me for work.
I'll be like,
and they'll be like, when you go pay, you say, I don't know, but they will start paying me. And like, okay, stay, continue to live, and you can live in the house 2 years. You've not paid your rent, but you're still going out, coming back. But in the UK,
I feel like contrasting in the UK, you can't do that.
No, you cannot try that.
That will affect your credit score.
It's going to mess with everything.
If you miss,
because they tied it to your life in the UK.
In the UK, if you miss one rent, each day £5 goes on it. So like you're going in more debt every day. No one's going to tell you to go pay off.
Say you have to plan yourself. You have to plan. And another thing about strikes is mostly the one that usually eats the most is the ones with like the lecturers, the universities, the higher institution, which is not done with the way they do it in the UK. Like if academic parastatals, they are striking in the UK, they're going on strike in the UK. There's always a way to like reschedule classes. It's not just like it's not like everything is going to a standstill. But in Nigeria, is when the academic parastatals are going on strike, it's just 2 years of your life gone. It's so sad. That's another thing that's bad about
that
it.
one is very bad. I know when I was in uni, people that I went, like, if you finish from here, they call it, is it high school? What do they call it here?
Is that secondary school?
Secondary school.
That's high school.
Yeah. When you finish from secondary school in Nigeria, you go to university. People that I finished secondary school in Nigeria with, some of them have not finished till now.
Wow.
Some of them are just graduating like 2022, and then someone leaving 2023. And when I finished from school in 2018,
wow.
I finished from university in 2018. I finished from secondary school in 2014.
Wow. That's insane.
So if there's a strike action in Nigeria when it comes to like universities, everything is on standstill. You're just at home, not doing anything. Some people haven't opened business, they've opened shop, they've even left school. Say, if you call me 3 years after, I'll go and finish it. But at least let my life move on. Look at make money.
Yeah, well, it's actually unfair.
Some people are married, they become dependent and come to UK.
They even have children because life has to go on. And one thing about this Nigeria is that they don't like. I don't understand. They don't actually listen because like these people are not paid properly. Let me even lie. Like if you look at
which people,
the teachers
in here or in Nigeria?
No, in Nigeria, they're not paid. Yeah. They're not paid.
Nobody's paid properly.
No one is actually paid properly in Nigeria.
And then
no one.
Every time ASU strike, every single year, there's always ASU strike in Nigeria. Every single year.
In Nigeria, man.
That's why in Nigeria you see your high school teacher. When you went to high school, maybe 14 years ago, it's the same car. It will be still
the same way
till today.
The same. Some people, if you buy a car, you don't say you're a big man. Maybe they get this arm.
Last time I went to Nigeria, I met my primary school teacher, and then she saw me. She was so wow. It was as if she had seen a Messiah. It's not even like I'm doing good by myself because because it's so bad. Like financially for them, she wouldn't let me go. It's like, you have to give me something. You have to drop something. You have to give me something. And I understand where she's coming from.
Like it shouldn't be like at all.
But like, this just means that like the condition of living, everything's just not working. Like, let's talk about the cost of living in the UK right now. Inflation is insane. Like, you're not even able to afford basic things. Like your electricity, gas bill has almost tripled in price.
Yeah, right, now. It's gonna triple next month in April.
Yeah,
it's gonna go up. But like, my friend came to me at work and she was like, "Yo, I have to move out of London."
Yeah,
that was what she told. She said, I can't do this anymore.
You can't afford it.
She said no. She said, I have to move out. And I don't even blame her. When you have just a room and you're paying about £750 every 3 weeks, that's insane. And then you still have bills, you have transport. Like if you're using the train and buses, you spend like £300 monthly.
Wow.
And they expect you to save for your future.
How do you want to save? How do you want to save?
Are you able to even achieve things in life? Like, we're just working, and we really have nothing to show for all the work that we're doing. Like, nothing to invest in. You're not even able to do so. Like, what do you guys?
But when you say we, is this a personal perspective?
Oh, no. I'm just saying in general, like, this is the general consensus. Like, everybody is working, but the cost is so high.
So how does it affect you? Are you able to, you personally, are you able to budget? Are you still able to save? Like,
I try to save, of course. I have to try and save. And so you have to shuffle your finances and let go of certain things that you usually would do. And that's what I've had to do in this year. Well, from late last year, I've had to just like cut off certain things, reshuffle my lifestyle, really. Yeah. Just because like my finances is not matching my lifestyle.
Exactly.
So I have to budget well. So
honestly, like I feel the same way because like she said, like a lot of people are going through a lot, and when I mean by a lot, I mean like you're going to work, but you're not seeing the money. Like if I'm going to work, like let me see something that I can say, okay, this is for investment, this is for this. But when you go to work and they tax you half of the money that you have worked, you will not be looking at the rest of like, what's left?
Exactly.
I'll not pay bills. Pay rent, pay water bill, pay this one, pay that.
It's not even just that. And then you go shopping. You now £20 shopping.
Yeah.
And turn into £40.
I went to African shop yesterday. I'll be this weekend to go and buy African food.
You are still going to African shop. You don't know you're paying for the import duty too. Sorry, did anyone see my story the other day?
I saw that Sainsbury one.
Normally I used to have like, because I don't cook, like most of my food is just cereal and fruits. That's my diet. So before I'll buy Kellogg's, I'll buy rice Frosties. That's the expensive ones, like £3, £4. But recently, like 2 weeks ago, I discovered there's one Asda cornflakes. It's 99p. I said yes. There's another one that's like crunchy nuts. That one is just like £1.29.
Bro.
I said yes. That day my shopping was just like £4, and I was like, yeah, that's the level that I have to come to now. I can't be doing Kellogg's anymore.
Yo, like I went to Ade's the other day. Was it?
Yeah, I went to Ade's as well.
2 plantain, just 2 pieces is £1.50. £2.
I remember when I first came
2
to
plantain.
UK, 4 was £1.50. 4 was £1.
Two now. They're not even like, they practically look like bananas.
Yeah, small ones.
And it's 2 for £1.50.
Yeah, even yam self. I've been craving.
Oh, you're even eating yam.
You're rich.
You're eating yam.
You better go eat potato.
Potato.
You go to Asda, buy the potato, the pack one, buy for 56p. You're good.
One tube of yam is about like £4.90 something, and the tip of that was like this, like very small, and I was like, God.
No.
Even Rodo. It's like prize.
As in,
like you're buying jewelry because Pepe.
Listen, we know that right now the UK is just it's almost, I don't want to say upside down, but it's looking like it's going upside down.
But really high.
Let's also talk about what's going on in Nigeria right now, which is the election.
Oh yeah.
Is it in terms of the cost of living and like when it comes to the election?
Cost of living
in Lagos or
Lagos
or just the elections itself?
The election itself, I think it plays a big role in the cost of living right now.
To be honest, I feel if you think you can go against fight Nigeria will always defeat you.
Yeah.
That's the stage everyone is right now. No one really cares about the gubernatorial elections because it's very obvious.
What is the gubernatorial?
Yeah. So it's just the governorship election in Lagos.
And local government as well. Don't
local
forget.
Government, House of Reps, House of Assembly.
Yeah,
but to be honest, the one that actually has the most effect is the governorship one.
Yeah.
If the head is very strict on how things are done, like this, he wants to put things in place, like he's very efficient. It trickles down to the local government. Because at the end of the way politics works in Lagos is the people that vote in the local government as people in the their guy kind of thing.
Yeah, the grassroots.
Exactly. So and another thing about the gubernatorial election in Lagos is we had a candidate. I don't know if the results have been declared. I don't know.
Yeah.
His name is Gbadebo. And Gbadebo, his mom is Igbo. GRV. His mom is Igbo. He's married to an Igbo woman. And Lagosians are saying, just a quick backstory. People are talking about, if I've heard him speak, what he has done is he has mapped out all the problems Lagos have. Yeah. Like the major problems, that's the locked grid, like traffic.
Traffic, yeah. I saw that, yeah.
Traffic, waste management, and light. Those three, he has mapped them out.
I forgot water because I saw something someone posted.
No, we have water.
No, but I saw that someone posted that muddy water was coming out of their tap.
Oh, that's in Lekki. That was in Lekki. So, it's normal. No, forget about it.
No, it's not normal. It's not normal. Oh yeah, I understand.
You open your tap and it's muddy water and your sin is normal.
So, normal. They use pure water on the island to bath and cook. Wow. Let's end it there. Let's continue. Let's not divert. Because that's what we're using on the island.
Javi now has come. He has come and said, okay, these are the problems. Because his background is an architect. He's gone to MIT.
Yeah.
He went to MIT and most of his thesis is problem solving.
Yeah.
He has worked with the US government. He has worked with US government in terms of housing and I think what the system of water flow when it comes to flooding. And then he works with the Chinese government in terms of urban planning and then housing also. Because we all know that China also, they have many people. It's a populous place like Lagos.
So basically, all you're saying is that this man seems very competent for this.
I don't know about him being very competent,
but he's qualified. You feel as though
I don't know about qualified, but because he hasn't held any public any government. But what he has said is these are the problems and this is my solution to you guys. But now some Lagosians are saying, oh, he can't even speak Yoruba. His wife is Igbo.
Do you think that should even be considered?
And he's saying anyone that is saying when it comes to government, someone that is going to rule or govern, as the most important thing is efficiency and deliverables. So you not being able to speak the language doesn't even make any sense. Anyone saying that is, to me, they're not saying.
They don't,
in all honesty.
No, but let's be honest though. Sorry, I know we shouldn't have to say, okay, because you can't speak this language, you're not competent enough. You shouldn't be qualified to be the governor of the state. But there are old women in the markets that they don't speak English. They don't understand anything else but Yoruba, right? And they're in Lagos. How will this new governor be able to relate with them? How will they even be able to relate with this man? Aspirant. Sorry.
Let me say something very quickly before we try to break it down. You know, one thing about Lagos is that we like the old. We don't want to come to the new.
Right.
I'm not saying that I'm supporting anybody, but it's just something that is just in Lagos. Like the way you come for a job interview, people don't want to give. They'll say, "Come, let me see your experiences." They want to see that, okay, this guy has run a post. He has led the local government. He has done. They like all those.
I feel like experience should be
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying no. Let's experience is there. It should be considered. But sometimes it's always good to have people like, okay, fine. If I've not worked at all and I've been schooling all my life, and I say, okay, I want to apply for this job.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm qualified. Look at my academics and everything. I can bring this to the table. I put my everything forward to you that, okay, fine. I've not really worked. I don't have like the whole work experience, but this is what I can bring to your organization. I think that those things, people don't look at those things anymore. They want to just see. I'm saying GRV has qualification. He has told you what he wants to do. Do you understand? And I'm not supporting, like, I know someone actually did a very good job when he was there at governor, but I feel like
wait.
No, yeah, he did. He did some.
Who ordered the shooting?
No, let's not even delve into that.
No, not shooting. Like, he did some roads on the island. He did some
roads.
He did some, like, we are in the UK now, but you don't know.
No, I'm just saying, like, if he's done it, they'll bring it out.
No, his portfolio is not that bad, actually. I've seen his portfolio
all the things that he has done.
On things he's actually
done.
No,
he has done projects. He has done some major projects in Lagos.
And even in the public service,
yes, he has done.
He's done a lot.
But my point is that Sonwolu, I feel like he's someone that he's basically like, when somebody say a puppet, like you can move him like this, move him left, it doesn't have a say for himself.
It's not grounded.
It's not exactly. Yeah. And you want someone that, look, even if OJ comes to tell me that I should do this, and I know it's not right, I'm not going to do it. Not because they come and tell me that, okay, I should move right, when I know I'm meant to move left. It's someone that when they come and tell me move right, even if you know that right you're going to is the wrong direction, he will move there. Yeah. Just because he wants to have the people's love, he wants to have the backing of the people. And sometimes you need to be strict with Lagos, like you need to be strict with people on a normal day. Yeah. And I feel like GRV came with a different mindset, a different plan, a different everything. He has said that, look, instead of looking for another bridge, they want to build another bridge in Lagos where we can fix the roads that links to the third mainland bridge and links to the island. Yeah. They want to go and do another bridge, a fourth mainland bridge.
You know what he called
in this country.
You know what GRV called? He said it's a long car park because there's always traffic on it.
So obviously, because third mainland bridge, there's always traffic on it. They can build more roads to link the third mainland bridge. They can open space in Lagos. We have space.
So I understand that, but I completely understand that.
But people are not seeing the vision that this man has. Is what is paining me.
I get that.
That now brings me back to what you said about Sonwolu. What I'm saying is, what he said is showism. GRV said they'll do all these projects so people can see, we are working. What the major problems? What did you do to stop, like, to improve? But the major problem in Lagos is traffic. Yeah. Sonwolu, before you came into power, you've already been in government. I was already working in government. That's my problem with it. If you were going to contest for government, you should have had a plan to, like, the gridlock, to just stop the gridlock,
to reduce it, not even stop it, reduce
it to an extent. But you've had 4 years. You've not. It's still the same. It's getting worse.
So basically, all you're saying now is that someone who's not competent, and then GRV, who we think could be good, the Lagos state don't want him because he's not speaking. It is not a Yoruba speaking now.
Tribalism, that brings us to tribalism.
So tribalism being a big, should that even be considered when it comes to politics?
Yeah. So when it comes to tribalism, it's something we can't do. Like, we cannot do without it in Nigeria, whether you like it or not.
But we need to come away from it.
Exactly.
We have the likes of an Indian man, Asian man ruling as the Prime Minister of England.
Alice, I just saw one of the news pop up this morning. A Yoruba man, I think became a member of the House of Reps or Senate in the up north. So we see things like that, and like things like that should actually inspire most people, most decisions that are made. I think it's wrong for this the part of Lagos or the people, the Lagosians, some of these Lagosians that are saying because it's not Yoruba, it shouldn't be the governor. I think from my point of view, I think it's totally wrong. Yeah. Because if you think this person, because you're this or you have this kind of history, you can't do anything, that means you'd not give anyone a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get what I mean?
And who are you to even say that they cannot
do the work? Like, if you look at GRV, it's because he said Lagos City Hall. was built on his forefathers' land. So he's as much his blood is more Lagosian than most people. His blood, sweat, and tears. That's if it was built on his forefathers' lands. Blood, sweat, and tears of his family was part of them building Lagos. So they should be given as much chance as possible. Yeah. And coming back to what Ali said about the market women, there's something about love. If people see you're there for them, you're fighting for them every day for their life to become, for their interest to become better, regardless whether you can speak my language or not. I'll fall in love with you.
I get that, but how can I fall in love with you when I can't even speak to you and you won't understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm for...
Of course he understands what
you're saying. I'm not saying I'm for tribalism and whatnot, but I just feel as though like these women will not want this man because they can't even converse with him. They don't feel like he can understand what they're saying.
Market women have Market Women Association. So it's not just one market woman. The market woman in that street have the Oga.
No, I get that.
And that one would now bring the news from the senior Ogas to come and give to the market women.
I absolutely get that. I'm just saying that we have to consider these things from both sides.
I'm not saying that we should.
But they need to look outside as well.
We need to move.
For example, the UK, the Prime Minister is Indian, is Punjabi.
Yeah.
The Mayor of London
is
Indian.
The Vice President of America is a black woman.
Can he speak?
Like,
do you understand? Like the major English is English.
Yeah.
So far you can speak English language. I think
and it doesn't mean they can't still speak Punjabi or whatever language they are accustomed to. And is the UK not moving? Is London not moving?
That's the plan.
You get what I mean?
The plan is to move, regardless of anything else. Like we should. I hate tribalism so much. Like I hate the fact that. Because me, I'm Yoruba, but my mom is Delta. Like, so I cannot run for a post because my mom is Delta. All these things are. Do you understand? It's not even bring because it's one Nigeria. It's not Yoruba land, Igbo land, Hausa land. This is one.
And we've been having
this issue over and over again. Like I don't know why the Yorubas don't want to allow the Igbos to just like inclusiveness.
And another thing is Lagos as it is today. The people that actually most of the people that built Lagos to the hub it is today. It's not just Lagosians. It's because they're able to.
The question is, we know we have people with origins of saying, "Oh, okay, I'm original Lagosian." Fine. Yeah. No one is disputing
nobody's
the
fighting
fact.
with your
All of that from you. But the fact is, if you can contribute to the economy of that state, and it progresses, your whole Lagosians.
Yeah,
that's it. OBO is back, guys. OBO is back, guys. Well, do you think he's back? Is he back?
Well, I feel like he's coming back. He said March. We're
in March now.
But he not say March 1. But there's been
an uproar in the media about him going on his social media and clearing out all his pictures bar like 3. I saw that. What do we think that is?
I feel like he wants to come fresh start. Fresh start.
I think
fresh start.
New music. Do you think new music?
I won't say new music. I think new music eventually because that's what he's a musician. Do you understand? But I feel like he's trying to start fresh, and I really I love it because it comes from a place of grief.
Yeah.
So this is like something that is so dear to him. So I feel like he needs all the time that he can.
Do you feel like he needed to shed the weight, really go away, and needs to grieve the death of his son? R.I.P. Ifeanyi.
No.
And then come back, start fresh, start a new page, new life,
new family. Now he's married now.
I know, right? I know. So what are we expecting from Davido? What do we want to see from Davido?
Man, I want new music.
New album?
I want shows. God.
I've missed Davido. I can't lie.
Did you go for the last one I did on the O2?
I did.
Oh my God.
It was like a carnival.
See, it was a carnival. That's why I like Davido because
Davido
he's the people's person.
Man.
Yeah. Do you understand? That guy
Davido is a vibe. No, I just want him I want everything about him, not like that way, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I was about to think like that.
No,
I want everything about him.
What do you want to see from him right now?
I want to see literally, I want to see Davido. You know, Davido is not someone that's boring. He's very, very spontaneous.
Oh my God,
it's everywhere. It's just, Davido is just You get what I mean? So like, I want that.
Yeah,
I really felt for him and his wife and his family. That should really not happen to anyone. But I really like the way he's actually embracing it and then trying to come out of it. I think he's a really, really strong person.
Yeah, he's a very strong man. Though.
Yeah, I think he's really, really strong.
Yeah, because he was still there for his uncles when he went to the he was with the whole grieving thing.
No, but you can tell that family is really important.
Yeah.
He will come through at any time, anywhere. So, but I miss Davido, and I would really love to see a new album from him. You know, hopefully go on tour by summer or something. But yeah, we miss Davido in the UK. Come to do concerts again. We want to see.
And then the Davido and Wizkid.
So hopefully, there's a picture that's been going around about there's an album that is meant to put out. There's a picture and then there's a list of songs.
Is it a great time? The album?
No, it wasn't. I saw it.
I forgot.
Is that real or is that a fan?
I think
that's what.
fan.
I don't know.
I think it could be a fan playing about.
Because so imagine it. It might just be someone. It might just be someone playing around. But there's a song on it with Wizkid. But all in all, I just hope he's able to heal properly.
Yeah.
But guys, we want you to join in on the conversation. We want to see you in the comment sections. We want to hear from you guys.
We want
to get closer to you guys. We're available on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, everywhere you want us to be. We are on there. But yeah, guys, we need to round up this episode.
And guys, please, whenever you watch us, don't forget to like, comment. And subscribe.
That's
subscribe and subscribe.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friend to tell a friend.
Share it to your mom, your dad, everybody. Because Lagos meets London.
Wahala.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.